Welcome to Littlejohns Yarns. Today we're going to be making this Crochet Sugar Skull Hat. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We'll get right into the tutorial. We're going to begin with a magic circle. Chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to put 10 double crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3. I'll meet you at the completion of 10 double crochets into the ring. We've made it back around. We're going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. You can tighten up your circle. Chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to double crochet 2 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. And we're going to double crochet 2 double crochets in each space all the way around. 1, 2 into the same space. Next stitch, place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2. Okay, once again, place 2 double crochet into each stitch all the way around. We have made it back around. We're going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. Okay, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2, double crochet into the same space. 2 double crochets into the next space. 1, 2. Double crochet into the next space. 2 double crochets into the next. 1, 2. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way around your work. 1 double crochet followed by 2 double crochets into the next space. I'll meet you when you get back to the other side. We have made it back around again. We are going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. Chain 2. 1, 2. Double crochet into the same space. Double crochet into the next space. Now place 2 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. Now we're going to double crochet into the next 2 spaces. 1, 2. Now place 2 double crochet into the same space. 1, 2. Double crochet into the next 2 spaces. 1, 2, and 2 double crochet into the same space. 1 and 2. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. Double crochet into the next 2 spaces followed by 2 double crochets into the same space. I'll meet you at the other end. We have made it back around. We're going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. Chain 2. 1, 2. Double crochet into the same space. Now double crochet into the next 2 spaces. 1, 2. We're going to place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1 and 2. Now we're going to start our sequence. We're going to place 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. We're going to place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2. I'll show you the sequence one more time. Place 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2. We're going to repeat this sequence all the way around until you make it to the other side. That's by placing 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches, followed by 2 double crochet into 1 stitch. I'll meet you at the other side. We have made it back around. We are going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2. Double crochet into the same space. Now we're going to double crochet into the next 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. Place 2 double crochet into the same space. 1, 2. Now begins our sequence. We're going to place 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1 and 2. I'll show you the sequence one more time. Place 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1 and 2. We're going to repeat this pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you at the other side. The pattern is 4 double crochets into the next, well, let me rephrase it. Place 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, followed by 2 double crochet into the same stitch. All right, I'll meet you at the other side. We have made it back around. We're going to slip stitch to join into the top of the very first double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Double crochet into the same space. And now we are going to double crochet into the next 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Double crochet, 2 double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. Now begins your sequence. Place 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1 and 2. I'll show you the sequence one more time. Place 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place 2 double crochet into the next stitch. 1 and 2. Okay, we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. That's placing 1 double crochet into the next 5 stitches, followed by 2 double crochet into the same stitch. I'll meet you all the way at the other side. We've made it back around, and we are going to slip stitch to join. Chain 2, 1, 2, double crochet into the same space, and we are going to double crochet in each stitch around. We're going to repeat this sequence for a total of 7 more rows. Okay, double crochet in each stitch round. I'll meet you at the completion of your 7th row. We've made it back around and we've completed our 7 rows. We are going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. Now you're just going to fasten off your work and cut your yarn. Next, we're going to make the air flaps. We're going to count over 12 stitches. So this is where you fastened off, so let's count over 12 stitches. I'll count the first one as 1, where you fastened off, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is where I'll connect my yarn. Okay, let me find the end of my yarn. Once your yarn is connected, just chain 1. We're going to be working half double crochets. We're going to half double crochet across the next 12 stitches. So half double crochet into the same space. 1, 2, 3. Well, you make it all the way to 12 and I'll meet you there. We've completed our 12 half double crochets. We're going to chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to half double crochet together the next 2 stitches. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5. That is a half double crochet together. Now we're going to half double crochet all the way across until you make it to the last 2 stitches. Once you make it to the last 2 stitches, once again we're going to half double crochet the crease. We've made it to the last 2 stitches. Let's half double crochet the crease in these 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into the very last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops. For the next row, chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to half double crochet in each stitch across. So half double crochet into the same stitch, and let's half double crochet in each stitch all the way across. We're starting to reduce to make the air flaps, so they'll go at an angle. We have completed this row. Now we're going to chain one and turn your work. We're going to half double crochet into the same stitch. And now we're going to half double crochet in each stitch all the way across. Continue placing half double crochets until you reach the very end of this row. Okay, let's place our last half double crochet into the very last stitch. Now we're going to chain one. Like the row previous, we're going to reduce the sides of your ear flaps. So we're going to half double crochet together the first two stitches. Okay, start your half double crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into the next stitch now, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5. Now continue half double crocheting all the way across until you make it to the last 2 stitches. We've made it to the last 2 stitches, and now we are going to half double crochet these 2 stitches together. Now all you have to do is fasten off your work and cut your yarn. We're going to repeat the ear flap on the opposite side of your hat. In order to find the correct positioning, take your hat to the back and find the center part of your hat. My center is always where I ended my hat. As you can see, I already completed the other side. Once you found the center of your hat, count over 24 stitches and begin your pattern from there and to complete your ear flap. Next, we're going to be working on the border of your hat. In order to do this, I want you to turn your work wrong side out. Then find the center back of your hat. I know where the center back of mine is. That's where I ended off my hat. We're going to attach your yarn there. And chain one. Let me see if I can zoom in on the stitch a little better. Okay, that's a lot better. We're going to be completing reverse single crochets. Instead of going in a typical forward direction, we'll be going in the reverse, backwards directions. Your first stitch will be worked backwards this way. So let's begin. So reverse single crochet, go into the stitch behind your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 2 twisted loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. That is reverse single crochet. Let's try again. Go into the back stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 2 twisted loops on your hook. It kind of looks like one. Yarn over and pull through both. Let's try it again. Go through the back stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. We're going to reverse single crochet all the way across the hat until you make it back to the other side. I'll meet you there. We made it back around. Now all you need to do is fasten off your work. And you can turn your hat the correct way around. Next, we'll start working on the facial features. We're going to crochet the eye next. We're going to start by using a 4mm or G crochet hook. We'll begin by making a magic ring. Chain 2. 1, 2. We are going to place 10 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Well, continue putting 10 double crochets into the ring, and I'll meet you at the completion of those 10. We've completed those 10. We are going to slip stitch to join into the top of the very first double crochet. Chain 1. Well, chain 2. 1, 2. Place 2 double crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2. And we're going to place 2 double crochets in each stitch around. 1, 2 into the same stitch. Okay, continue placing 2 double crochets into each stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you at the other side. We have made it back around. We're going to slip stitch to join into the very top of the first double crochet. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to skip a space. We're not going to double crochet into the same space, but we're going to double crochet into the next space. Not here, but the next space. Double crochet. Double crochet into the next space. Chain 2. 1, 2. Skip a space and slip stitch into the next. Fasten off your work. Your eye is complete. Next, we're going to move on to the heart shape for the nose and the little other parts of the hat. Next, we're going to create these little hearts. You're going to create 2. 1 for the nose and 2 more of the same color for decorations for the hat. Once again, we're using a 4mm crochet hook, size G. We're going to begin with a magic ring. And we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to place 3 treble crochets into the ring. Yarn over twice for a treble crochet. 1, 2, and 3 treble crochets. Now we're going to place 3 double crochets into the same magic ring. 1, 2, 3. You can tighten up your loop a little bit, but not too much. Chain 1. Place 1 treble crochet into the ring. Remember, wrap your yarn twice. Chain 1. Now place 3 double crochets into the same loop. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's place 3 treble crochets into the same loop. Oop, yarn over twice. One, 2, and 3. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the magic ring. Alright, you can fasten off your work and your heart is complete. Like I said, go on and make 2 more of the same color and 1 black one for the nose. Next, we're going to move on to making the flower of the hat. I'm using 2 colors. I'm using yellow and I'm using the teal for the petals. We'll begin by making a magic ring. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, size G. Chain 1. We're going to place 9 single crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3. Continue around until you make it to 9. I'll meet you there. We made it back around to 9. Now let's put in our 10th single crochet, but we're going to switch colors in the middle of the stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Now let's switch colors to your tail. Pull through to finish off your single crochet. Your colors have now been switched. We're going to slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet. I'm going to go back and cut off my yellow yarn. Okay, now we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Place a treble crochet into the same stitch. Yarn over twice, go into the same stitch. And complete your treble crochet. Now into the second stitch, the next stitch, place another treble crochet. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into the very same space. Your first petal's complete. Now slip stitch into the next space. Stitch. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Treble crochet into the same space. Yarn over twice for a treble crochet. In the next stitch, put a treble crochet. Yarn over twice for a treble crochet. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into the very same space. And we're going to repeat. I don't know if you guys can hear my daughter playing piano in the background. I usually try to ask my family to be very quiet while I'm filming a video, but sometimes that doesn't work out. Okay, let's repeat this. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet into the very same stitch. Whoops, I messed up. Slip stitch into the very next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet into the very same space. Treble crochet into the next space. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch into the same space. Slip stitch into the next space. chain 3, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet into the same space, treble crochet into the next space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the same space, and slip stitch into the next. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the same space, treble crochet into the same space, treble crochet into the next space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the very same space. Okay, fasten off your work. And you have your little flower. Okay, we're back to the hat now. We're going to begin working the mouth of the hat. I'll try to zoom in. I'm getting the matching yarn that matches the border of the hat. I'm going to count 3 stitches in. Little loops right here. 1, 2, 3. And this is where I'm going to attach my yarn. Go through the back of the hat and pull up a loop. We're kind of going to be reversing on top of already crochet stitches. So let me zoom in again. Find another crochet hook so I can show you what I'm going to do. We're going to work up through these spaces here to crochet and all the way across. Hopefully you'll be able to see as we go along. We're here, so we're going to go up a stitch and find the yarn underneath and pull up a loop. You see what we did? We're going to go up another stitch and pull up the yarn underneath. We're up 2 rows. Now we're going to work our way all the way across. From here, can you see the line that's going to form? All the way across until we make it to the 3rd stitch on the other side. So do a little single crochet or a slip stitch in each stitch across. Once you get the hang of it, it gets pretty easy. But it is kind of tricky on the hands. Go through each stitch, pull up a loop, I'll meet you on the other side when you make it to the 3rd stitch over. We made it over to the 3rd stitch. 1, 2, 3. That's about even. And now we're going to work our way back down. Insert your hook. And you can fasten off your work. Next, we're going to put the teeth in for the hat. I thread a needle. It's going to be 2 strands of yarn thick. We'll go in through the bottom and up through the top. Next tooth over, in through the bottom, down through the top. We're just going to continue doing this through every single stitch to create the teeth. Very simple. Continue going back and forth all the way to the other side. I made it through the other side, and now we're going to weave in and out for the teeth. I go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Nothing special. Go above this stitch, below, above, below, above, below, above, below. And you have the teeth. Well, let's continue on with the eye. We're going to connect the new yarn at the 3rd stitch from where you connected the chain 3 stitch. It's hard to see with the black yarn. So here's where it connected. 1, 2, 3. That's where we're going to connect our new yarn. Chain 1. Single crochet into the same space. Chain 1 again. Single crochet into the very next space. And chain 1. We're going to repeat this. Chain 1 and single crochet. So chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Oops, I forgot to chain 1. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, we're going to continue this until you make it to the third stitch from where you connected at the other chain 3, if that makes sense. So here is your previous chain 3 from your eye. So go over 1, 2, 3. So that'll be our very last stitch. Chain 1, single crochet into this stitch. Remember, that is the last stitch, well, the third stitch away from your connecting point, chain 3, where your eye is. I hope that makes sense. And all you have to do is fasten off your work. And weave in your ends. Next, we're going to sew on all the pieces that we just created. You can use this picture as a reference guide. I use needle and contrasting yarn to embroider around the eyes and the nose to give the hat a unique look. Also, I added tassels. Once that's all done, you're complete. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys on the very next tutorial.